Oh, hello Pisces. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. You've got an Emperor energy. Now, Pisces, we've had this Emperor card for you before, and it feels as if in your spiritual evolution that it is sort of your progress from around the wheel of the zodiac from Pisces into Aries, that you're sort of that you're leading the way into the next cycle, the next Gnostic circle, right, of consciousness. And I feel like you're somebody who's very aware of your mission. I feel like you know that you have something very significant to accomplish in your life. All right, that is, I think, bringing a new beginning to consciousness, right, on a higher level. That you're sort of the one responsible for making this shift from, it does feel like from Pisces into Aries, and then you let Aries take over. But this is your responsibility to get us there, So in a sense, we need this Aries energy in you to sort of to lead the way, to make the progress right now that we need. I feel like you have a very clear idea of who you are. I think you have a very clear idea of what your powers are, what your strengths are. And I think with that comes a recognition of some of our weaknesses, some of our sore spots, some of our buttons, that we have. I kind of feel like this is, you're a reluctant leader. You didn't ask for this mission, but this is what Spirit has called you to, and you've accepted. And I think you're going to do an excellent job, right? How does this really translate into your daily life, your practical life, what is really going on in the physical world? I think those details are going to change. But let's put this all into some context, all right? Let's put some more cards out on the table and see what we have. We've got an 8. Well, an 8 of Pentacles. Maybe this is not going to change. We've got a 6 of Pentacles. We've got the Tower. There's the leveling up. There is the sudden. This is, probably you've experienced a bit of a spiritual awakening. Feels like a Kundalini sort of awakening or a full chakra activation in the recent past. Okay? And I feel like that was where you kind of got this flood of light, of spiritual energy that sort of confirmed for you what your mission is. And maybe before this, you didn't consider yourself very spiritual, and you just kind of, it wasn't really your thing. But after this Tower event, after this awakening of your you saw the light, right? After that spiritual experience, I think you have no doubt about what your mission is, about what your significance is, and about what your work really entails in this life. All right, let's keep going with some of these. Whoops, keep changing the cameras there. Here we go. We got a Princess of Cups. We've got the Sun card. And as we're talking about the zodiac and bringing the consciousness of humanity around another cycle of evolution, right? I kind of feel that's what the game. That's what's going on here. That you're sort of you're the Pisces, and we're bringing about the next the next cycle of things. Here we got a 2 of Cups. Here we've got a Chariot, an Ace of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. So a lot of stability, a lot of security, a lot of safety for you. At the end of all of this, I feel like you're being very handsomely rewarded for your efforts, for your involvement in this. I think you're being very well taken care of, right? I feel with the 4 of Pentacles also that this is kind of you like Oh, it almost feels like you're doing such a good job for the realm that you're being given a very prestigious position. It's like you're kind of you're being given a very a very expensive, a very significant piece of land somewhere. That you're being given a really good castle somewhere. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here. We're going to put Danny, a.k.a. Tortuga, right there on top of that. No, it's not Danny Carey. It is the other Danny. All right. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments down below. Let's use our intuition. Okay? Let's use this third eye that is now wide open in your soul, and we'll do it together. All right? Let's take a look around the room and see what our major arcana energies are. We've got a lot of them. It's kind of a normal amount, but they're in this very peculiar alignment, right? Straight across the horizontal plane, sort of in the real world, this spiritual energy. Your real task in this life is this spiritual task about bringing this increase of light by leveling up humanity. It's almost like by expanding your own consciousness, you're sort of you're waking up a lot of people, right? And of course, we've got that Chariot card too. So I think your awakening, giving you a sense of your own mission, right? Giving a sense of who you are and why you're here. And this is you then sort of spreading the light. Yeah. That you're helping to wake up others. And that's good. That is really good stuff, right? And I can see that the universe is rewarding you with, financially, physically, like you're being given a nice home and a nice life, because of your commitment to this work. Yeah. And, we always wonder about these churches and spiritual figures. And we kind of think that sometimes they can be a little materialistic. There's kind of a stigma against taking payment for spiritual work. But I feel like you're not being paid for the enlightenment. You're being paid for your time. And it's kind of like with any... with all of us, with anybody in the world, right? That the work that you're putting into something, you should have your physical needs sort of taken care of, right? You should be given enough, a living wage, let's say, right? You should be compensated for your time and your effort and your energy that you're putting into something. And I feel like that's what the universe is doing here. I feel like this is a very spiritual work that you're doing. You're getting paid for your time, right? And I think it's also... It's significant in that way, and I think nowadays it's really a mark of somebody who's doing the right thing. That you're providing a service for people, and maybe you are literally like waking people up. Maybe you are doing some kind of a spiritual work, or you have I don't know what it is. It makes sense that your people would take care of you. It makes sense that the universe will provide for you so that you can continue that good work that you're doing. Yeah. Because you're providing a service to humanity. I don't know exactly what that is, but I feel like you are, I keep hearing that. You're waking people up. Yeah, waking people up. I think the results of this are way better than you anticipated. Okay? And I feel like your work is not done, right? So it's all paying off. All your hard work is paying off, but it's not done. Okay, so we have major, 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 major. We've got fire. Okay, we've got water. We don't have any air. We've got earth. Okay, and so we don't have any air energy, which tells me that you're not confused. You're not doubting. That you have a certainty. And I think that really speaks to the sort of, this is like a calm assertiveness, right, that we have here with the Emperor and with the Eight of Pentacles. You're not doubting, you're not worried, you're not stressed out, you're not freaking out. You're not overthinking it. You're not analyzing it. You're able to be who you are and do what you do and it's kind of like when you're doing your will. There's no sense of there's no like hectic energy. It's not chaotic. It's kind of like you just do it at a very steady pace, and things get done. You're just sort of cultivating a garden here. Yeah. And so in that sense, I feel like you are building up followers. I don't know if that may be on YouTube, maybe in other places. I feel like there's a lot of people that are sort of listening to you. And I think these are the same people that are also helping to support you, right? Part of the way that the universe is giving back to you, I guess, or providing for you, making sure that you're comfortable so that you can continue your work. But there's sort of a peacefulness about you. Sometimes we think the emperor is just all fire. It's just very hard, very abrasive, very loud. But when you're doing your will and you're in that confidence, it's calm. It's assertive and confident and strong, but it's sort of relaxed, It's very, very zen in a way. It's very much like judo or something, or even jujitsu, I guess. There's a certain calmness about it, but it's strength. Yeah. I think that you've had a lot of patience in your life. And when I say patience, I mean it in both ways, right? Patience as in, that sometimes you have to wait for those very good things that you want, and you have to sort of, patience really not even waiting for the good things, but I feel like patience as in the sort of challenge of like changing the world one person at a time, raising the collective consciousness one third eye at a time. Yeah. And so that kind of patience where it takes a long time, and it's kind of like there's always going to be more work to do. So why rush? There's no real end game here. So why are we in a hurry? Let's slow down. Let's have patience. Patience also is as in people that come to you for healing. And maybe that's some of the work you're doing. Maybe you're waking people up. Maybe you're healing people or assisting people to heal themselves, to wake themselves up, right? But I feel there's something going on there. And maybe you're a physician. Maybe you're a metaphysician. Maybe you do work on the body as well as on the soul, or even mentally, emotionally. So I feel that this is a big part of your energy and a big part of your work right now, all right? The Six of Pentacles, God, this might be too good, this reading. I'm so stoked about these cards. And stoked is not a word that I use very often. But the Six of Pentacles, I feel, is this is your awareness that you bring something very special to the group. This is you knowing that you have a very unique perspective, very unique talent, skill, and you are contributing to the harmony of the world, the beauty of the world. This kind of looks like an eye that's open, right? And the light is shining out of that eye. At least from here it does when I look at it in the monitor. And so to me, this feels like you are, you're doing what you can, sort of one at a time, adding to the light, increasing the light, spreading the light. And the Six of Pentacles, any six card, is very much related to the sun, because 6 is the number of the sun, right? The planetary energy. So I think that there really is a sense of the rightness of what you're doing. That there's no worry, there's no rut, there's no chaotic energy, right? There's no franticness. Because you know what you're doing. You believe in yourself. You believe in what you're doing. You know that you are contributing to the world in some way. Maybe in the sort of in a physical way, healing people. Maybe mentally, emotionally. Whatever you're doing for the world. I'm not sure. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you work in an office. It could be anything. But there's this sense of you're doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing, that you are called, everyone is called to a certain way of life or a certain approach to what they're doing or to certain actual activities that make a difference in the world. They don't have to be these grand, huge, grand spectacles of things. It could be something very ordinary. It could be very just sort of really like routine and kind of boring stuff that you do, but it's not boring when you believe in what you're doing, when you know that this is exactly what the world needs from you. Yeah. I think that what you're doing is actually a little bit more extraordinary than, than some other possibilities, but I think you're doing a great many things, and I think in your life you find the value in both the ordinary and the extraordinary, right? In the magical and in the mundane, you see that there's a place for everything. It's the same way that we see like bugs, flies and mosquitoes and all these things and creepy crawlies everywhere. And we understand that they're all a necessary part of the whole, and our heart and mind may be like, ew, a spider. But we love them and cherish them because they are doing exactly what they're supposed to do in the world. That they're fulfilling this role no matter how big or how small. I don't like the big ones. They scare me. But it is everything is a necessary part of the whole. Yeah. And I feel that you have that sense about you. And it's kind of envious in a way, because that is that leads to peace, and contentment in doing your will. Right? And it's not to say that your life lacks excitement. No, in fact, I think your life is quite exciting, especially after this awakening that you had. This tower moment, I think it happened in the last few months. There's a P name person in your life. I don't know if that involves anything here, or how they're related. I'm not really sure, but I'm getting that P name. There's also a CH, the ch sound. What is that? What is that for you? It could be part of a name. It could be part of a business, or maybe the sounds I'm hearing are part of the work that you do or something like that. But there was an awakening that happened to you, and it really opened your eye, right? It gave you a perception of the truth. It allowed you to see the real world, right? It reminds me of Morpheus in the Matrix. And it also allowed you to then start speaking your truth, start using your unique voice. See, we see the eye and the mouth here. And I don't know what's going on with the mouth. I'm being directed towards your mouth or your jaw. I don't know if you have the TMJ disorder, or if you got a tooth thing or something with your jaw. Yeah. You've been able to see the truth and now speak your truth anyway. And I think this is where your life really changed. And I don't know that it's like suddenly you quit your job and you went out into the desert as a, No, I don't think it was like that. I think it's a change of perspective. It's a change of our awareness. It's a change in consciousness. It doesn't have to necessarily be a change in what you're doing with your life. Maybe you're doing the same work that you always did. But there's an awareness now of the beauty and the magic and the significance and the extraordinariness of you and of what you're doing. It's self-realization. Yeah, self-awareness. It's gnosis. It's enlightenment. Yeah. And I feel like it's also giving you this sense of, well, this is the Prince of Cups. This is also the card of dreams, of imagination. This is the card of magic, and this is the card of the extraordinary, and sort of the ability for us to realize that there can be a correlation between what we dream and reality, or what we wish for, what we desire, what is within us in our interior landscape, and how that is manifesting in the real world. It's kind of like you have to feel the change that you want to see in the world. That whatever emotion you're experiencing is how the world is going to look to you. And so I feel like a good part of this awakening for you, I don't think it was intellectual or mental exactly. I feel like it was an emotional one. Yeah. Spirit saying that there is some unexpected money coming in. I feel like that is part of I don't know, there must be some sort of money troubles for you, right? There's just there's a need for money, but I don't think you're worried about it. Okay? I think you know it's coming in. So you're just like, well, it'll work out, you know. But I think it was an emotional breakthrough for you. I think it was a realization that your sort of internal emotional state is going to sort of color the whole world. So you are you're trying to embody the vibe that you want to see out in the world. If you're positive, if you are trying to find the best in people, and you're looking for the quality, looking for the magic in people, and really trying to like bring your message, I feel like you got real good vibes, you know. And if you're trying to bring that out to the world, and you're trying to embody that, I don't even think you're necessarily bringing it out to the world, like you're not on a soapbox preaching, you know. I feel like people are coming to you and they're just feeling your vibe. I feel like you're a positive person. Yeah, we have bouts of melancholy, sure, but I feel like you always try to find the beauty in someone. You know, you're not someone that goes around criticizing everybody or finding fault in everything or finding some reason to be upset about everything. No, I think it's the opposite. Even in the worst of circumstances, you can still say, oh, look at that cloud up there, you know, or I heard a joke yesterday, you know. Always trying to find something to be positive about. Now, that's not folly, right? That's wisdom. That's enlightenment. Yeah. Because there will always be something to be pissed off about in life. There will always be something to lament. There will always be a reason to be negative. There will always be something to be negative about. Okay? But if we are being negative about those things, then we're sort of we're doubling down on the negative. We're doubling down on the lamentation. We're doubling down on the pain, the hurt, the suffering, right? And I think you're sort of dreaming of a different world. Yeah. Anyway, future position, we've got the sun. I think this is really you bringing again, you're not bringing it to other people, but in some ways you're waking people up. Okay? I don't think you're out there like, you know, peddling your wares. I think people come to you. I think you got a sign up that says, hey, you know, I'm a podiatrist or whatever. People bring their sore feet to you. Yeah. You're not out there on the street saying, hey, let me look at your feet. Let me look at your feet. You need some shoes? No, people come to you, you know. And I think by word of mouth, people saying, hey, I heard about this really great podiatrist. And then, you know, they go see you. And I think people see that you're living a life that is content, that is satisfied, that is successful. I think you have a certain degree of luxury in your life. Or you will anyway. Sometimes it's hard for me to know if this is happening right now for you or if this is where you are kind of, this is where you're going with your energy, you know. But either way, I think you're keen to this. You know what this is about. People see that you're successful. They see that you drive a nice car. You've got a nice place to live. Your office looks nice. You wear nice clothes. It's not vanity, right? It's respect. It's confidence. Yeah. I think we're out of that time where those figures that we trust the most are the ones that are dressed in, you know, rags, that just sort of live on the street. And not that there's obviously wisdom everywhere and there's light everywhere. But I think there's this ancient idea that for someone to be enlightened, they have to throw off the material world, right? I don't believe that. And I think we live in different times now. I think that having success in the material world is a reflection of your enlightenment. You know, it's a reflection of your evolution. It's a reflection of your healing. It's a reflection of your awakening. Yeah. Anyway, the point is that I don't think that enlightenment has to come at the cost of renunciation, or has to entail renunciation. You know, that you can't have one without the other, right? I don't think there's a need to renounce your pride in yourself, in your work, in your presentation. And so I find that you're a very proud person. You're humble, but you're proud. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go over now to the path of the serpent, and As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay, let's take a look. Two of Cups. One at a time, yeah. You're not mass communicating. That was such a good movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I love that one. I should watch it. I think you're connecting with people on that one-on-one basis. You have this ability to make everybody feel as if they're the only person that matters to you. When someone brings their sore feet to you, and you're gonna give them the shoes they need, right? Your attention is on them, right? You're not answering your phone. You're not getting messages. You're not watching TV or whatever. No, it's just them. It's them and their foot, you know. And so it really gives people this sense of respect. It's like they feel seen, they feel respected by you, they feel loved by you. They feel like you actually want to be there in the room with them, right? And I feel that this is how this is how everybody feels when they're around you. Yeah. And it feels good for them, it feels good for you. It's mutual, it's reciprocating. Yeah, a lot of love here. And I feel like this is genuine too. I feel like you really do love those one-on-one interactions that you have with people. You're not the kind of person that wants to get on TV or wants to get up in front of a crowd. You know, it's one-on-one, you know. And I tell you, I feel you on that. Because what I do here, I'll let you know a little secret. I'm a terrible public speaker. I'm terrible in a group. I'm awkward, I have anxiety. I'm not someone to get up on stage and do anything or say anything or get up even in front of a group of people, even if I know them well, right? I'm not the one. But here in this setting, I feel like it's just me and you. And that's why this works. And I hope you feel seen. And I feel like there's no other place I'd rather be right now than right here, you know? And that's how I can do this, because I'm not a charismatic person by any means. It's because this is that one-on-one thing. And this is, I think, where the magic happens. And for you, I feel it's the same way, that it's the one-on-one thing is where you really bond, where the love really shows up. Yeah. The next card we have, of course, is the Chariot card. It's a Cancer energy. It's in the position of the environment. So it's kind of in a way saying that as much as you have this one-on-one bond with people, there still has to be boundaries. Okay? In whatever you're doing, you're waking people up, you're healing people, you're the metaphysician or whatever it is, you're the podiatrist, spiritual podiatrist, right? My souls are tired, right? Very bad joke. I need the rim shot sound effect or something. You need to have boundaries so that you don't take on everybody's pain and emotions. Can you imagine if the podiatrist would take away someone's foot pain and take it upon themselves, that they absorb it, right? Every patient they have, thousands, millions over the lifetime, right? Your feet are going to hurt something bad. Your dogs are going to be sore. Yeah. So we have to have boundaries. We can't take on everybody's pain, even though we are trying to. It's sort of the detachment that the surgeon might have. Okay. So with the Chariot card, it's kind of saying you're out here doing your work. It's like you think of someone who's a medic or something. They're out in the field or whatever. It's like a Red Cross kind of thing, or Doctors Without Borders kind of thing, right? You're out there in the middle of all of this suffering, and you're healing people. You're trying to take care of people one patient at a time. You're still going to wear gloves. You're still going to wear a mask, right? And you're still going to protect your heart, because you can't get so attached or overwhelmed in empathy for people that you start to suffer too much. Okay. Now I think that you will suffer a little, but too much is sort of gonna negate everything that you're gonna do. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not gonna be able to be out here doing this good work. Okay. So maintain a little bit of distance. Maintain a little bit of boundary, but keep going. See, we're on the Chariot here. We're not just retiring, right? We're not hiding ourselves away. But when we're out here doing this work, you're protecting yourself. Okay. Protecting your heart, protecting your aura and your energy. The obstacle here is the Ace of Wands. And I'm wondering why that would be the obstacle, because that really is sort of the enlightenment. That is the conscious awareness. That is the concentration. That's your ability to direct your focus wherever it may need to go, right? And to be very sort of singular. This is kind of you knowing your will. That's the wand that the emperor is holding, the wand of the will. But it's sort of the obstacle here, or it's the challenge, or it's the fear, the worry, and the concern. Maybe that's a little bit of this kind of human element that we're talking about. Like, there's this little bit of feeling that this is a huge burden for you. That you didn't ask for this, but here this wand is being handed to you and it's saying, this is your job now. And you feel the weight of it. Okay? You feel the responsibility. Great power, great responsibility, right? And so I can see that this might be the difficult of you kind of just you holding this and realizing that you're the superhero now. You just want to go back to working at the newspaper or whatever. Now you got to go and save lives, But I feel that's part of your humility. It's kind of like you have to refuse the offer, that you really don't want it. It's sort of being thrust upon you by the divine, by the universe, by spirit, by source. And you have no choice but to take it, but there's a reluctance. Okay? And I think that's why ultimately we've got the Four of Pentacles at the end, because Spirit's trying to give you some sort of a compensation for it, right? And I don't mean to imply it's transactional, right? It's I'll do it, but it's going to cost you $100. I feel like it's more taking care of you, supporting you, allowing you time to heal. This is also the idea of boundaries. This is the idea, too, of you having a safe haven for yourself where you can heal and you can sort of detach from the pain and trauma of the day. Maybe you're a doctor, or maybe you're a surgeon, right? So that you can rest and restore and heal your body and take a hot bath, eat some food, relax, watch some TV, get some good rest. All of these things that people need. You don't have to be out there suffering 24 hours a day for your work to mean anything. And that again is kind of what I was talking about before about with this idea of enlightenment. It means that we have to renounce the material world. It means that we have to reject our physical body, right, in place of a spiritual body. No, it's all energy. It's all one thing, right? And I feel like you understand that. And this is you respecting your physical body, nurturing it, taking care of it, and this is your temple, right? And so this is very important that you maintain this. And this is also, I think, the financial stability. I think this is also talking about your home, right? It's all connected. The physical realm it's all connected in one energy. And it's this as the foundation, right? The Four of Pentacles is kind of a foundation. It's from this foundation of physical wellness and well-being and even prosperity for you, that's the foundation of the spiritual life. That allows you to go and do all of this work and fulfill your divine mission, whatever it might be, This is an interesting reading, isn't it? I like this one. This is maybe my favorite reading. I want to look at the mystery card, see what Tortuga has for us. Little bell there. I got a steel drum over there I just got, and I can't help myself, but I just want to play it, Maybe more water energy. I don't know what we have. I really don't have an image in my mind right now for this one. I did see the Empress. Maybe it's the Empress. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Here we go. Oh, the Ten of Cups. Why, of course, it's the water energy. I guess I was right. I said water, didn't I? This is kind of, well, for the one thing, by one-on-one interactions, one-on-one connections, you're reaching the world. All right. And so I like that we have that extrapolation. It's one at a time that's going to really spread out to everybody. Okay? It's growing in scope. It's exponential, the work that you're doing and the benefit that you're sort of providing for the world, for people. It's almost like you're healing someone and teaching them how to heal, and then they go and heal, and it's just sort of, it's like a pyramid scheme kind of thing, but the other way, I guess. But this is also, I think, being very thankful. There's a lot of gratitude in the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, man, you know. And this is, again, it's kind of like you have your family here, right? You've got your pets, your plants, your people. You've got a good life. Right? And a good life and a spiritual life should go hand in hand. Having material comforts, having physical sort of abundance, I think goes hand in hand with this spiritual work. You know, and I don't think you can have one without the other. To me, they shouldn't be separated, and I don't think to you they should be either. So this is you living a life of abundance, of love, of satisfaction, a full life, a full human experience. And you're very thankful, and you're very humble, you're very grateful for it. But I think people see this and they realize that you're a complete human being, you know, because you're partaking of all of life. I like it very, very, very much. I think this is almost too good, you know. We're going to do an extended reading, too, if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There is one down below. New readings for Pisces, Thursday and Sundays. This is a very special update. It doesn't take the place of your Thursday, Sunday readings, okay? So, yeah, so make sure you still watch both of those readings, okay? If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free. Leave a comment and let me know how you're doing. Let me know what kind of work you're into, right? Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.